Top of the morning to you laddies, my name is Jacksepticeye and in this video I'm gonna play some Uncharted 3. Because why not? It says here that it's the Uncharted 3 free-to-play multiplayer, but it's actually the full Uncharted 3 game. I got it off PlayStation Plus last month, I think it was, and I've been downloading it on and off for the last few weeks because it was huge. It took me forever to download it, but this is actually the full game for free on PlayStation Plus. So if you have PlayStation Plus, if you're subscribed to that, I guess it's not free, I keep saying it's free. If you're subscribed to PlayStation Plus, then in Europe, you got this game for free last month, or at no extra charge. And I played this game when it came out, whenever it did come out. Was it 2011 that it came out? And I haven't played it since. I played through it once, and it kind of disappointed me. It wasn't as good as Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2, I still think, is one of the best games ever made. So before any of you guys think, when I get into this, oh, you're just an Uncharted 3 hater. You're just an Uncharted hater. You hate Uncharted and Naughty Dog or whatever. I don't. I really don't. Uncharted 2, phenomenal game. And this game just kind of let me down a bit. And I'm going to choose... I've been playing it in my spare time a little bit. I'm going to choose a chapter, like, about halfway through the game. Towards the end of the game. I suppose it's about halfway. It's chapter 14, which you're on a boat, so if any of you haven't played the game, there will be spoilers in this, so just keep that in mind. But let's just get in, and I'll talk through it as I'm playing. Okay, straight off explosions. Good old Uncharted style. Yeah, so I didn't play this chapter yet in this playthrough. Did I make it? I did. I kind of got onto the boat and then I stopped it because I wanted to do this level specifically for this video, because this is one of the sections in the game that is kind of... It's one of the things that is just glaringly, obviously not supposed to be here. Or shouldn't be here, I should say. For this game, the developers constantly kept saying that they made the game built around set pieces. Boat's gonna fall on my head. No, we're okay. That's just stopping me not going back. Of course, those good old barriers. But they kept saying that they built the game around set pieces. They made the set pieces first, and then they built the story around those. And that... I don't know if Uncharted 2 did that. If Uncharted 2 did do that, it hit it so much better. This game is just... It's set piece after set piece, and while they look phenomenal, this is a really good looking set piece. It just makes no sense. It shouldn't be here. I should preface this. You're on this boat because you think Elena and Sully are on it. And you jump onto it and you think, oh, I'm gonna save them! I'm not gonna let them die. You come from like a desert village in... somewhere. I should know. I'm not gonna say because I'm very geographically stupid. But you come from a place and you think Sully and Elena are on this, and you jump onto the boat and you do all this crazy shit, and it turns out they're not on the boat, and then you fall off the boat and you almost drown, but you end up right back where you were. So it goes in this big giant circle that leads fucking nowhere narratively, and for a game like Uncharted, where the narrative is almost the strongest part of the game, like, it feels a bit unfocused, it feels a little unfinished, it feels a little half-arsed. And it probably was, because Uncharted 2 was made by Naughty Dog, of course, the full team. And then Uncharted 3 was kind of made by half the team, because the other half, as many of you will know, went off to make The Last of Us. And a lot of people consider the team that made The Last of Us to be the good team in Naughty Dog. I think that's the way it happened anyway. See, I really wanted to like this game. I was so looking forward to it when it came out. But it just didn't feel quite there. If you guys like the game, that's fair enough. I'm not here to sway your opinions. A lot of people didn't like the stuff I was saying about Skyrim. They didn't like the stuff I was saying about Assassin's Creed 4. Assassin's Creed 4! I will take back every single fucking thing I said about that game. That game is extremely good. Oh, I couldn't believe it. The start is crap. I don't know why the start is so boring and so slow, but later on in the game it gets so good, so I will take back everything I said about that game. I'm not afraid to take back things I said. Skyrim, though, I will stick by everything I said about that game. That game is just not as good as people think it is. How are you saying these things as you're falling? You should be half dead. Spinach! I am playing this on very easy. I know, noob. Jacksepticeye noob. But I want the game to kind of flow well as I'm playing it. I don't want to, like, die over and over and over again and be recording for hours just to get certain sections done. Die! Die! Jesus Christ, my aim. Now you die. What? Like, look at this! This looks incredibly good. And what I like about the boat level, in one way, is that you get to see the physics in action. The really good physics. Whoa! Big guy, big guy, big guy, grenade! Okay, good, he's dead. You get to see the physics in action, like all the stuff around the boat flying all over the place. It's really cool looking. Another reason why I'm on very easy is because I can't play with a controller to save my life anymore. PC has spoiled me. I'm far too used to a mouse and a keyboard. I do like analog sticks for moving around though. A keyboard is kind of shit sometimes. But mouse, you can't beat a mouse for precision aiming. I still can't believe the stuff they're able to get away with on this technology. This is a 2011 game on the PS3. PS3 is a pile of shit for hardware-wise nowadays. It just is. It's so old. It's so outdated. And this, you still pull off these kind of visuals, this kind of physics going on, these size levels. It's incredible. Marco Polo. Marco. Yeah. I think I already got the trophy for that. It's Marco Solo. Because in Uncharted 2 you had the section where you're on top of the roof and you get in the swimming pool with Chloe, blah blah blah. Hey boys. Damn it. What's happening? I'm gonna stealth it up. The level before this is one of the worst levels in any Uncharted game. Apart from Uncharted 1. Uncharted 1 had that whole jet ski level. That's fucking terrible. But before you get onto this boat, there's a whole section in like the ship graveyard area and it's awful. It goes on too long, there's far too much combat, it's just annoying. Okay, who am I gonna take out? This guy. Hey buddy, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Gonna... Ah, Jesus! He saw me! Ah, wrong button! Kill him, yep. You miss him and then break his neck. I don't care what way you do it. Oh! Right in the face! I used to love doing that in the multiplayer. The Uncharted multiplayer is actually pretty decent. Considering I thought I'd hate it when I heard they were introducing it for Uncharted 2, but it's actually pretty good. But I used to love going around and like, you hip-fire guys a bit, and then you run up and punch them in the face to finish them off. Ah! Ah, shit! So they did try and improve the melee combat a lot in this game. They kind of tried to copy the Uncharted. The Arkham games a bit too much. The Batman games. Oh, come on, get him! Fuck me! Drop a grenade! Drop a grenade! Yeah, like that. But they tried to have the whole Arkham game combat where it's like triangle to counter guys and try and have that flow going to it. It didn't quite work as well as the Arkham games, but I guess it's better than Uncharted 2's, where that was just square, 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 square all the time. But one thing they kind of did bad for this game is that they had way too much of the combat. There's a lot of sections where you're forced into these melee fights, and I don't really like them. Because while the combat is decent, it's not good enough to have me doing it over and over and over again. It's kind of the reason why I don't like endless gunfights in this game either, because the shooting isn't as good as some other third-person shooter games. It's decent. It's not perfect, so they should lay off it a bit. And that's what Uncharted 2 did so much better. It learned how to pace itself a lot better. You had gunfights, but you also had them spread out with all this... Uh-oh, guys wanna snipe me. You had it spread out with all these platforming sections as well, so it was spread out a bit better. Grenade launcher, please. Right in the face. They kept hyping up the game as having these amazing villains. They said that Marlowe was going to be a very cerebral villain. She was going to be in your head a lot more. And she was going to be a lot... Like, Lazarevich from Uncharted 2, he was a more brute force kind of very stereotypical Indiana Jones type villain, where you knew he was evil, he was the bad guy, we all knew he was. Shit. Get him. Oh, nice bottle to the face. And then Marlowe was kind of trying to be the opposite of that. She was supposed to be in your head, more sadistic, more thought-provoking, but she was in the game for like 5 minutes. And her bodyguard Talbot, he ended up being the villain more than she was, so that was kind of a letdown. I was expecting a lot more from the villains. I guess that was my own personal hype that kind of ruined that. What? That's wrong. That's wrong. It's so wrong. I'm so bad. Some of my complaints about the combat as well are a bit unfair because I suck. As you can clearly see already, I'm not the best at the game, so I guess it's a bit unfair to judge it too harshly. I'm sure there's no guys around. This whole place is coming down now in a minute anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference.
Here he is. Sully.
Oh, I thought that was a bad guy.
Sully. It's Nate. Sully. Sully?
It's Headless Sully. Okay. Shoot me then.
Never had him, did you?
Of course not. I lied.
Oh, devilish.
I'm a pirate.
You look more like a cowboy. Punch him. Or headbutt him. You didn't even pull the pin out of that grenade. At least you shot the guy. I'm proud of that. This is where the fun begins. Good old Nate causing absolute havoc everywhere he goes. I think he's a homicidal maniac. I think deep down he just wants to kill the world. Oh, there's a guy right here. Have a grenade. Maybe Nate was on the Titanic. Maybe he was the person who caused it to sink. Like, this is super impressive. This shit is insane. I can't wait to see what Naughty Dog do on the PlayStation 4. That shit is gonna blow everyone's minds.
I gotta get out of here.
What do you think? Smart man. I am Aquaman! Naughty Dog are also very good at, like, telegraphing where you're supposed to go in levels. Without being too obvious, without having it a bit too linear. Like, you saw the bubbles coming out of stuff there. Some stuff is, like, painted yellow. And that, it kind of helps you get around the environment. That stuff is, sometimes it's subtle, sometimes it's a bit ham-fisted. Whoa. But yeah, I am still in control, and I messed that up. Climb! Here we go. And yep! Oh. I didn't even know I was supposed to go there. We are sideways! We are screwed! It's alright, you're gonna survive anyway. I do like the plane set piece in this. It's completely over the top and it's completely ludicrous. Like, there is a point where you're thinking, Nate, how the fuck are you surviving all these things? Are you God? But it does look so good. I am a bit of a graphics whore at the end of the day. And it does look phenomenal. I'll give them that. Hup.
Alright. Come on.
Are you really trying to use the elevator in a situation like this? Doesn't seem like the best idea. He should really know by now that whenever he gets into something, touches something, it's just gonna break on him. Like, every time he grabs a lever or a ledge, it just breaks. That's a big ass wave.
Can't get much worse than this.
Oh, don't say that, you dope.
No! Yes, it can.
Of course it can, because you jinxed it. You stupid. Like, how is he not dead? Or, better yet, how does he have the energy to keep going? I know, video games, shut up, Jack. Stop complaining. Do you not realize the boat is sinking? Oh, well, I guess When you have nothing else to live for if you're gonna die anyway. You're the one who shot him! See, everything's all yellow here to let you know you're supposed to go this way. Never, if you're ever on a boat, never trust it if you see big giant ass glass windows in it. Just don't. It just seems like a bad idea. I know you were adrift at sea all alone. And lucky that. A little tiny piece of wood. Kate Winslet fell out of the Titanic and she was on a frickin' door. And she barely survived. Drake had a tiny piece of 2x4. And he survived.
Can you call me if anything changes?
And here I am.
Oh my god. I gotta go. Nate.
Because in Uncharted 2, these guys kind of broke up. Well, they weren't really together, and then they met again and they fell in love again. And then at the end of the game, they were all happily married. At the start of this game, they're supposed to be married, but they're separated. And then they get back together at halfway through the game, and then they're all happy family again at the end. So it's going through the same stuff that Uncharted 2 did, and it's just retelling the same story.
Whoa. No, it's not that simple. Come on. They've got at least 2 days head start on us, so we'll never catch up.
We gotta try.
Listen, I've got a plan. But we're only gonna get one shot at this.
Okay.
They're loading up a cargo plane at the airport. They're gonna make a supply drop to the convoy.
We gotta be on that plane.
Exactly.
You do realize that means parachuting in, right?
We've done it before.
Not well. Okay. I could really use a glass of water and then we ought to get going.
No. My contact at the airport says that the plane isn't taking off until dawn. In the meantime, just try to get a couple hours sleep.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Come on. All right? He'll call if anything changes.
You're really gonna do all this on your own, huh?
For Sully? Yeah.
I like the way you think.
I know.
No, I mean, that's...
I know what you mean.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Acting is very good. It always has been. It's very nice. I like it. I welled up a little. Okay, well, I'm just gonna pause the game here because I'm going to end the video here because I don't want to put ahead too much and kind of like cut it off there and then. But that was Uncharted 3. I'm sorry if I sound very down on the game. Like I said, I do love the Uncharted games. I feel like they're kind of coming towards the end of where they should be. I heard Uncharted 4 is coming out and I was kind of, I don't really want another Uncharted. I would like to see Naughty Dog move on, but I understand it from a business standpoint. Uncharted 4 is going to sell a shitload of PlayStations, and it'll probably sell me a PlayStation if I don't have one already by then. And I'm sure it's going to look amazing. I just hope they change up the formula a bit. It's getting a bit played out at this stage. It feels a lot of the same. I almost don't even want Drake and Elena and Sully and all those guys back. I would like to see them go back and play as Francis Drake, which that kind of seems like where they're going with the game. I would like to see that. So let me know what you guys think of the Uncharted games in general, what you think about Uncharted 3. If you guys like the game, like I said, you feel free to like the game. If you like the Uncharted formula, if you just want more of the same all the time, there are games that I like that. Batman Arkham Origins was just more of the same, and I really like that game. A lot of people probably don't like it. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think of the game. I'm not trying to be too down on it. I do, it is still a pretty decent, solid game. It has extremely high production value, so I'm not trying to be down on it for the sake of being down. So please try not hate on me too much for it. But let me know if you guys are excited for Uncharted 4 as well. If you guys even knew that it was coming out, you probably did, because you guys are very in the know about games these days. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, punch that like button in the face like a boss! And high fives all around. Whoosh, whoosh. But thank you guys, and I will see all you dudes in the next video! Double space, and then you can climb it. See, you just kind of climbed it on his own. Okay, so Z is to shoot like that. X is kind of a powered up one, and I have like a time effect at the bottom there. Whoa, holy crap! I lost a lot of health. Shit! Oh my god, this is hard! And I'm crap at these kind of games.